What's in there? I said, what's in there? Is that thing on right here?
Crown. Yes, on.
Mm-hmm. What episode is this?
14. Welcome to Keeping the Knot Tied podcast, episode number 14.
14.
I'm Lamont.
I'm Shay.
I was great to stutter in the beginning because your lips are popping. You just put that on?
I did, because I got this hat on and this hoodie.
I didn't see that when you first came down here. You had it when you first came down here?
Yes, I had it on for the past 10, 15 minutes.
I was setting everything up, so I didn't even notice. So I looked at you when I sat down.
You was with me the whole time.
Them lips is glossy.
Popping only because I had to do something because they have a whole hat on and everything is closed, so I can't get my eyebrows threaded, like can't get my little edge up on my little haircut. So
we all roughing it right now.
Yeah, everybody is roughing
super scruffy.
Yeah,
my hair looks crazy under this hat. They closed down the barbershop yesterday.
Yeah, you have to give me an edge up.
But he did say on his little post, if you need him, let him know. But I'm like, we ain't going nowhere, so might as well thug it out until we get off the social distancing stuff.
Celebrate my birthday in 3 months.
3 months.
A party, or
Your birthday's every day.
But it's
not just one
birthday. Day. It's a milestone birthday, so yeah. So in 3 months.
3 months, okay.
However long this lasts, hopefully it's done before then.
But Trump said Easter, right? We'll be good by Easter. So we not got too much long to go.
I guess. But our city just shut down today too, so our whole city, they just did like a mandatory shutdown. But I am one of those people who have what they call an essential job, so I still have to go into the office. But
have to serve the people.
Yeah, but you yeah.
But at least you're on vacation for the next 4 days.
Yeah,
so
I am.
Make the most
for
out
my
of
birthday.
It. Right. How old you gonna be?
I'm not telling. It's a milestone though.
Not telling your age.
And my mommy is coming, so
the big 4-0.
The big 2-0.
Big 4-0.
Whatever. But I'll be 30. Okay, I'll be 35. So I'm on a popping. I'm excited.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, 35.
30 fly.
Yes. Aren't you excited that I'm about to be 35? A whole 3-5.
Yeah.
In like 5 years, I'll be 40.
Don't
Can
get
you
younger.
believe that?
We're old.
We getting old.
I always think about that the other day.
We're not old though, but like
just
we getting
thinking, like,
about how everybody, like our, other people.
Just thinking about yourself being a kid. You're like, yo.
Like we 30, like 5. You about to be.
Like I'm almost 40.
You almost 40.
I got 2 more years.
Yeah.
Almost 40.
Good there.
That's old. So came a long way.
Yes, we have, but hey, that's life. The cycle of life. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Can't stay young forever.
There ain't no Benjamin Buttons around here.
No, not it.
All right, baby. But let's jump into topics for today.
Okay.
So I've seen a lot of conversations over the past week or so about prenups.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You never see nothing about prenups?
I missed those posts.
And it was just funny to me, like thinking about prenups, and a lot of times when you think about prenups, you do think about more of the wealthy people,
right?
But then there are people, who are very business savvy. They may not be in the $1 million club, but there's some people with with some thousands in there, and maybe want to protect their money,
their assets. Yeah.
And I can remember actually when we were getting married, a friend of mine said, "Hey, you can get a prenup."
What friend?
And I'm like,
who said that?
It was actually a coworker of mine. And I'm like, what? Prenup? Because from my understanding, I guess with a prenup, the prenup pretty much protects what you have before you get married.
Yeah.
And so when I thought about it, I'm like, man, I ain't got nothing. I got my few little couple $1,000. Like I said before, I probably had like
had some money in the bank.
I probably had about $2,000 or $4,000 by this time because we already had Abel and everything. So that money got low. I'm like,
all right.
And I always saw myself as like a successful man. And I'm like, this little bit of money I got now, it don't mean nothing. Of course, I have a lot more money in my 401k at the time. That was pretty nice. But I'm like, I'm going to make way more money with her because the prenup doesn't protect you from what happens after the marriage.
During the marriage, yeah.
You know, if I got $5,000 before we get married, it's only going to protect that. But if I make $100,000 when we get married, then you're entitled to that $100,000. So it really doesn't really serve a point. That was for me in that actual scenario. But is
it deeper than that though with the prenup? Because people like really be pressed on it. Like you saying, I'm like a prenup. But is it more so just that it protects the assets? I probably should look. Let me look up and see.
It protects your assets that you had before you came into that that marriage, whether it's money, whether it's stocks, whether it's real estate, whatever it is. It's going to protect you from all that. But I mean, what do you think about prenups in general? Do you feel like your feelings will be hurt if somebody was to, of course, I mean, you marry or whatever, but just the thought of it itself, do you feel like if somebody asks for a prenup, do you feel like that person is in the wrong for asking somebody to sign? Do you feel like love really isn't there if somebody asks that?
I think as far as with a prenup, it's kind of like you're putting that, that, you know, like that idea in at the very beginning. Like you always want to make sure that marriage is forever. I think some people probably want to be safe and have like a safety net kind of thing. But I personally, like for my personal own reasons and views, I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't say a prenup. Like my feelings will be hurt. Like, you know, like if it was to that extent, like, oh, you know, let's do this prenup. Like, I think it wouldn't. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's if you're going into a marriage and like if you are really legit, like, okay, you know, marriage is supposed to be forever, right? Like we taking these vows and, you know, and before God. So it's a lot more deeper than that. And then for you to just say, oh, let's have a prenup. It's kind of like you're setting it up to where, you know, divorce is going to be in it. You know what I'm saying? Like in your mind at the beginning, it's not like a, you know, so that would probably be my main thing. Like you're kind of putting that guard up at the very beginning of the relationship. Like you haven't even gotten married, or, you know, or did any of that yet. So, and like I think as far as the marriage, you're supposed to build and grow together. So if you have somebody that is extremely successful, of course, you know, like I'm sure a lot of millionaires and celebrities or famous people that have a lot of wealth, they may consider doing that because they don't know if that person's, you know, with them for the right reasons because they have all of that. But if you're taking a step to marry somebody, you have to trust that they are in it for the right reasons. Like they're not going to try to, you know, take everything you got. So my
but
feelings.
How do you know?
Right, you never know. Like you don't. That's the thing. Like you just don't know.
With the divorce rate being so high, it's such a natural thing. And I saw something
like with the you know, now everybody is, you know, stay at home and quarantine or whatever, and there's like divorce rates are getting higher because the people have to stay at home. They're not used to being at home and spending that quality time together and being in the same house.
I saw that, but I didn't believe that.
I don't think that's really true.
Like, I've only been doing this about 2 weeks, so all these people getting divorced in 2 weeks.
Yeah, in like 2-3 weeks.
Come on, I saw that.
I ain't believe it either. I just saw the thing. I was like, so you're saying people are getting divorced because they can't be in the same, you know, like I can see stuff like just being home all the time with somebody like, oh Lord have mercy, like, you know, we're in the house all the time.
I understand you being around somebody, like we was talking.
Time.
Was it because now we work together. We work for the same company. But we went to that town hall, the little celebration, and my coworker, when she was talking about her husband and like how they work together, and they were driving to work together, and then they would come home and be together. And
that was like, a whole
we need
lot.
to drive separate cars because we just need some time to kind of be alone. So I could understand, you know, you need your own personal space.
You need your own space, yeah.
So I could understand that piece of it.
But the whole prenup thing, I don't know. To me, it just don't sit well with me. But I see why some people may do it, but it just wouldn't sit well with me personally on my personal views and reasons for a marriage. And
I don't know if I can marry somebody. If I had to get you to sign a prenup, I feel like the relationship doesn't have a strong enough foundation. I can understand. So you're already setting it nowadays, people get married very, very quick. I mean, a year may seem like a long time, but a year isn't really a long time even to really know somebody, to get to know them, get to know their families and everything that person has kind of dealt with in life. Because a lot of people got a lot of skeletons in their closet that doesn't always come out right away. A lot of people got a lot of built up things that they kind of dealt with from a childhood, and you're not going to really get all those things early.
Like you don't know what's going to trigger that as as the relationship progresses, so you don't know.
I can't. So I can understand why people getting a prenup, because they feel like, okay, this is somebody that I want to be with, but at the end of the day, you don't know. So you want to be cautious, and definitely if you've earned a lot of a lot of wealth in different areas, you definitely want to protect those assets. So I can definitely understand it from both ways. Yeah.
It's so funny.
So moving on, you remember we was talking to about, was it last week? It was kind of like a jokey situation. I don't remember. We were talking about, was it people smelling or something?
We did.
How did we start talking about that?
I don't know. Oh, because you said that's funny. We were saying how I don't know how. I'm trying to think. How did we get? Because so last podcast we had an issue because you were saying that I wasn't talking about like things as far as, so this is the issue with my questions. It's more of like me and you. It's not like more broad. And so I was like, we have to think about more broader things that we can talk about. And I don't know, but I was like in the car though, like driving home from work, and we said something about somebody.
We was both at home in the kitchen talking about that.
I thought I was driving because I was talking to you in the car, and then I was in the car. We weren't like together.
You sure?
Yes. I feel like I was in the car.
I feel like we was both right there in the kitchen talking. And I was like, oh, that would be a good topic for the podcast.
Yeah, like, how do you tell? How do you tell if your spouse had an odor?
Had an odor. Yeah.
But what was I? Well, I said something. I don't know. Somebody. I don't remember how we came up with that.
I can't remember either, but I thought it would be a good thing to discuss.
Like, what do you do? Like if somebody had, like if your spouse had an odor or smell, I'm like, well, how would you? And he was like, some people might just be like,
were we talking about private parts? Or are we just talking about regular?
Ain't no telling what we were talking. We weren't talking about no private parts.
I'm talking about private parts.
Yeah, private part. Well,
but I mean, the odor could be anything. I don't remember what we were talking about.
But breath or something?
I don't think we're talking about. I know you said something about breath. You're like, well, you tell me when my breath stinks.
When my breath be stinking, you tell me. That's terrible.
But how would you, if I had an odor or a smell?
Right.
How would
you say it? That's what we're trying. Like, how would you tell somebody that
how would you tell your partner that
you smelly?
Because I've had coworkers before that's been at a level that smell, and I did not know how to tell my coworker.
And see, I had to think, because I was in management, so I had to. I had an issue one time, so I had to talk to the HR person to see what's the best way to position it to this coworker, because they had a little stench. So I'm like, how do you say that? It's like, what do you say? But it was more so like from, hey, so what, like giving them some, like, hey, I have a new body wash or something. You want to try this? Like that, like a gift type thing. I'm like,
I'd be
that
offended.
ain't it. Right. And that's the thing. I feel like, and it was more like, we take hygiene very, serious here and blah, 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 just come out with it. So she was trying to tell me different ways, because people have different personalities of how, to kind of position it. But It was some few years ago. I really forgot. But I would just say, babe, like, you know, like you little stinky.
You wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say you little stinky.
Well, I would.
You would?
I don't know what I would say. I would say, I don't know.
But I could see you be like, okay. You have like, what's that smell? You be like, you smell that?
I be telling the boys smell the outside. Like if you're outside, like something like that, I'm like, I smell the outside.
That's common.
Yeah, but not like if it's your natural odor, then
if it's a natural odor, that's different.
That's different. That ain't.
If it's a natural odor, then that's something that.
But then you was like, some people are used to that, or they just have an odor on them. I'm like, how do people know that? But you know, like you remember,
like some people have like a natural smell, like a scent,
right? Mm-hmm. And so they don't understand, they don't know that it's not appealing to other people's nose.
But that doesn't mean it stinks. Now that's different. Cause I remember like growing up, like friends, you would go to their house and it's like a smell.
It's a house smell, yeah.
But it's on them.
Oh, the house smell be on them, yeah. Cause sometimes. Cause you know my mama would like fried chicken, and I would always be like, oh, like I feel like my clothes would be like smell like fried chicken, cause my mama fried chicken all the time. So I would feel like like my clothes smell like fried chicken.
The fried chicken has a smell.
So I would always like it'd be on your clothes.
But it's different from an odor.
That is different from an odor though.
So I think it's different ways to look at it. Like
that's like an actual is it hygiene though? Like, are you not taking a shower?
That's what it is. If you've been with somebody for a long time. And then they start to have an odor. I think that's the easier conversation to have because it's like it's out the norm. So I'm like, hey, what's that? You're doing something that you don't normally do, and I'm smelling something. So whatever you're doing, you need to stop. You need it right. So that's an easier conversation if it's something new. But if you just meeting somebody, you think you like this person, and then they have a smell, that's a little more of a harder conversation. But then you can maybe what type of lotions you using, what type of soaps you using,
but then some people don't like fragrances. You know, like I
don't like fragrances.
But I use fragrances. You don't. Okay,
I'm talking about for myself.
Your soap, like your soap is like you only use Dial Gold Bar, and that's it. Nothing else.
I use other stuff too, but that's just my go-to. I'll use Dove. I can't use.
You don't use no white color soap because you got the best skin.
The only soap I can use that's white is Dove. And everything else can make me break out.
See.
Because my skin is just too good. It can't handle those other strong scents.
It's good.
Got the best skin in the world.
You swear. Dial Gold Bar. I'm like, what? That's the only soap I use.
I use the white Dial too.
Sometimes. It is a certain white Dial because I had got one before and you said it had too much of a scent to it.
It's possible.
But I like scents. And some people don't. So what I was saying, some people don't like scents. Like it's maybe their allergies or something. They don't like the floral or the, you know what I'm saying? They don't like those smells. So they use more natural stuff. But it is like
that's women.
That's like you can't have like an odor though. That's different.
Right. Odor is not good no matter the circumstance.
No matter what it is.
No matter who it is, you can't do with odor. So.
So what do you say?
That's what I was saying. Like okay, what sorts of lotions are you using? What sort of soaps are you using? What sort of toothpaste are you using? All those different kind of things. You can.
You trying to say toothpaste? Trying to be funny.
No, somebody's breath stink. I mean, because some people. I mean, like some.
They don't know that.
I mean, some people you might just got a bad tooth.
Some people don't know that.
You might just got a bad tooth, and it's gonna kick out that smell automatically until you get a root canal.
Floss as good as they should. You gotta floss.
But you gotta get like the Crest, like with the fluoride, or with some.
You're not gonna use Sensodyne.
Use the baking soda. Yeah, Sensodyne is for your sensitive teeth.
Yes, that's for me.
That's for me too. But
yeah, we use Sensodyne. But on the other hand, yeah, you gotta make sure you
have like
I guess it's just hygiene.
You can have gum on standby. You can have Tic Tacs on standby. You can have peppermints on standby.
But what if people don't know? Some people. You know, I think some people just don't know. I'm like, when I talked, I was like, wait a minute. Like, you just don't know. Like, your breath is like this.
I mean, they don't know because they're so used to it.
But, yeah.
But that's why a lot of times you give me gum. I'm like, oh, my breath stink. I always say, my breath stink. You might know, baby.
But, I just chew on gum all the time. Like, I just like gum.
It's just something good to have. If I had a partner and their breath stink all the time, and they couldn't fix it, I'm gonna keep some Tic Tacs in my pocket. I'm like, boop, boop, boop. There you go. Boop, boop, boop. There you go.
Hey.
It's an easy remedy until you get that root canal.
Get that bad tooth out.
Get that bad tooth out. What you got, baby? You got a topic for today?
No, I do not. Oh, I don't have a topic, but I have something. I think we've been talking for a few. My cousin gave me an idea. My cousin Buki. Well, I call him Buki.
I call that grown man Buki.
I know it's terrible, but I have to call. That's all I know. Like, his name is Eric, but I call him Buki. But he's a whole grown man, and that's terrible. But he's my Buki. It's okay. But he sent me this he watches our podcast. He listens in all the time. He loves it. But he's not married. He's single. But he said, it's just kind of help him navigate. Whenever that time comes. He likes the fact that we are being, that he could tell like we're being real about everything that we talk about. So he had sent me some information about this game called Skin Deep. And I want us to play a little bit. You want to play it now? You want to wait?
Let's go ahead.
So it's these cards. They have different type of cards. I think some is for friendship. Some is for family. Some is for just dating. Some is for new couples. But this one is actually the couples edition for long term. And it's I ordered them online at Skin Deep, and I took the wrapper off, but I haven't actually opened them up and looked at the cards because I want to be surprised and see the questions of what they ask, so we can both be on the same page and be surprised.
Okay.
So, and it says how to play. So number 1, you sit facing one another with a foot of distance between you, but we can't really do a foot because of our mics. And number 2, choose 12 random cards from the deck. So we'll just choose a couple of cards since we're on a time crunch. 3, take 30 seconds to relax and look at one another. 4, person 1 begins by asking person 2 answers their question. So person 1 begins by asking. So I can ask or you can ask. And then person 2 answers their question. So you ask a question, I'll answer it, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. And then 5, continue back and forth through all the questions. So every question must be asked, but you do not have to answer the question. To earn the right to remain silent, you must look the person in the eye for 10 seconds before saying pass. Okay, you ready?
Sure.
Okay. So we're going to play this game. And this is the couples edition long term. So
if I want to pass, look in the eye for 10 seconds. Look in the
eye 10 seconds.
I say pass.
Okay, so I don't know. I just get a little bit from each side here like that, right? I don't know if it means for each side or if it's just something else. I'm kind of mixing them up. So I haven't even looked at these cards to see. Okay, so you want to just do 3 just to kind of...
Yeah, just to test it out because we don't know if... I don't know what sort of questions.
What kind of questions are you? I don't know.
This is something you found or was told. So what?
Yeah, just pick 3 random cards out of there.
I want to pick 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then I'll pick 3.
So these are my 3 to ask you.
Right.
Those are your 3 to ask me.
Right. Okay. Ooh. About to 10 cards already. All right. You ready?
Yep. As the saying goes, ladies first.
Okay. So you want me to ask you first? Okay.
Sure. Make it easy on you.
Okay. All right. So this question is, what do you think I want to hear right now?
Podcast is over and go to bed. You said you want to keep it short and sweet. So let's get this thing over with.
This is late though. We late this week. You so terrible.
Very late.
We were really late this week.
So was I right?
Yeah. Okay. Cause past my bedtime.
Past mine too.
Okay, your turn.
So we're gonna alternate?
Yep, your turn.
The Land. Why is it called The Land? Oh, the
couples edition.
What's this called?
Skin Deep.
Or Skin Deep.
But it's www.theand.us.
Okay. So how do you think others describe our relationship?
Oh. People tell us all the time they love that we are, I don't know, they think we're awesome.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah, like great. Power couple, hard workers, great parents, positive. I think we're good role models for like people our age, just us, as far as what we've been through and what we do and how we navigate through life. So
yeah. We try to be. Yep. That's good.
Okay. This is
it's not too hard.
It ain't too bad, is it?
Here comes the hard question though.
What do you think is blocking me from being the best version of myself?
Blocking you from being the best version of yourself.
Yep.
I think I tell you a lot of times, like sometimes you just gotta go do stuff, and a lot of times you kind of reserved and you kind of pick and choose what you want to do or what you think you can do. I think a lot of times you just gotta step out on faith and truly believe in yourself. I know you believe in yourself, but I think sometimes it's a will issue. Either you will or you won't, and it's basically up to you and how you feel. So, I always tell you, I try to push you to do certain things, and I may try to tell you to do something, and you be like, but. I'm like, stop saying but. Stop looking at the but just do it. And I try to give you examples of remember time when I did this or I did this or just being able to talk, being able to negotiate. But I think it's in you, but it's up to you if you want to do it. I think sometimes you're just a little reserved. That makes sense?
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Well, you told me that, so yeah.
Yep. Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new. Fill in the blank.
Oh, Lord.
You drive me crazy when?
This could go
a lot of ways.
Different ways. Are we keeping it PG?
We ain't gotta keep it PG.
Or
we gotta keep nothing PG.
Ask me the question again. What's the question?
Fill in the blank. You drive me crazy when?
When you take my panties off.
Which is very seldom. So ain't too much craziness.
That's my answer.
Okay.
Next. Oh, I like these questions. What part of me hasn't changed?
What part of you
hasn't changed? Oh.
Probably your mouth. Shit.
Probably so. My mouth is fire.
Definitely, I mean, mouth hasn't changed that much. Changed a little bit over time.
Your mouth.
But I think definitely one thing I could say about you, it kind of relates back to that last question, and but on the kind of flip end, you've always been very supportive, like no matter what. I always say you're like a caring person, not just with us, me and our family, but to other people as well. I always feel like you're somebody that other people can depend on, whether somebody's going through something, if they're sick or they're feeling bad, people can call on you. Just for support in general. Just a couple minutes ago when we was eating dinner, you said you wanted to buy something for somebody. Somebody started a new something and you wanted to support and purchase something. So I just feel like you've always been a supportive person that had people's back. You're always a reliable person that people can call on. That has never changed.
Oh, thanks. That's sweet.
For sure. This is my last one. Last one. Let's see here. Is this what they just asked me?
You got the same? Did you mix them up?
A similar question.
You want to get another card?
Yeah.
It's similar.
It's how do you want others to describe our relationship?
Oh, it's similar.
So the first one, how do people see it? How you want them to describe it?
You can't look at it though. You bring it here. Look at it. Bring it here. Like, let me redo it. Give it cause
you got them up so facing up so I can
some of them. That's how they have them in the box.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick because this is our last one we doing anyway. I'm not gonna look. Oh God, it's a long one too. Oh, this is the rules. That's the rules, right?
That's the rules.
What do you think I value most in our relationship now?
That's a good one. What do I think you value? You said you value most in our relationship now?
Yep.
I think like us, ourselves, our bond, that's what I think you value most because you know like we're going to have each other back. So it's like, I think you kind of take that into consideration a lot of times. Like, you know, like we're gonna work together well.
Mm-hmm.
I think you value like what I do day in and day out as far as just, you know, just the house and work and, you know, because I see you try to help me out. You know, like we're doing some like the laundry and doing things like that. So I think you do, you know, value, you know, me as far as being a mom and a working mom and having a career and all that. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. The first thing that came to my mind was trust, and that like falls in line with trust. Whether it's our relationship, whether it's finances, whether it's the kids, whatever. I trust you to, you know, we have a role that we all have, but just to fall in line and do the things that I guess are kind of expected without necessarily saying
it. Yeah.
But yeah, that's. I think trust is.
So we kind of know, we know, I know he's gonna do this, or I know she's gonna, you know, like it's just kind of, So yeah, that's good.
Good question. You got one more?
Was that it? It was the 3. You want me to ask you another one, don't you? It's a cute little game, ain't it?
It's a good little game.
You about to say what cute?
It's a cute little
game.
It's
a cute little game. Yeah. It really I guess it makes you think. I like that. It's not like the, you know.
I ain't had to think too hard though. I ain't no hard question. This is a
long-term one for long-term couples. You might have a hard one. I hope I find a hard one.
These was all easy questions. Give me one more question. Just give me one more question, just off the cuff.
Let me see those and make sure that I'm gonna put them in the bottom. Let me see. You want me to look at it?
I thought I was gonna say, tell me what you dislike about your spouse. Tell me a time when you had to sleep on the couch and your spouse was in the bed.
Right.
Something like that. Podcast ain't ready for those stories. You looking at them. I just want you to randomly grab one.
I'll try to read and see if it's the same thing.
Just randomly grab one. Hurry up. This will be the last one because we can turn in. I got to try to get some skins tonight because your mama going to be here for a couple of days. So got to butter some biscuits whether you want to or not.
Butter some biscuits. This one keeps coming up. This one says...
I don't want one that you looked at, man.
I'm going to go on the other side. But I was talking about you when I was looking at one.
Exactly. Breaking your own rules.
Okay. What do you think was our biggest challenge and what did we learn from it? And I didn't look at that one. I just pulled it on up. Let me put this in the bottom.
So got what I asked for right there, didn't I? Got to murder them.
You got what you asked for.
That's what I asked for on that one. Should have just signed off.
Like, we done. See y'all next week.
Put that one back in the deck. Put that back in the deck. It's time to go.
I can't even drink my drink.
Put that one back in the deck. We'll see you next week. You need to sign up. Man.
You ain't gonna answer it.
You want me to answer that?
You don't have to. We can sign off.
We'll sign off. What's the question?
How you gonna say you don't want? It says, what do you think was our biggest challenge and what did we learn from it? You done lean back. You done scratched your hair.
I'm just trying to think. Because I feel like personally we've had a few challenges. Mm-hmm. And when I think about it, like marriage in general, when you think about marriage, like what some people, even myself, I've always been the type of person that I've always been quick to walk away. Mm-hmm. And I'm grateful that you are different. Mm-hmm. Because just to be 100% transparent, we probably could have gotten divorced.
Yeah. Some years back, yeah.
A few times.
Yes.
And I would be like,
okay, I'm done. Yeah.
I'm done. Mm-hmm. But you felt like our relationship was worth fighting for.
Right.
And I think each one of those times it was different circumstances that kind of happened. But the biggest thing was overall communication.
Yeah, that was our big thing.
If I look down to what it boils down to in every situation, a lot of times, I think I said it probably one of our earlier podcasts, that your partner doesn't know there's an issue if you never tell them.
Right.
So I could feel a certain way, but if I never tell you, then
I wouldn't know how you're feeling.
Then how are you going to correct it?
Right.
And the same thing, you feel a certain way, and you never tell me, how am I going to correct it? So at the end of the day, if there is an issue, no matter what it is, you have to be able to talk to your partner.
Say, I feel this way because, or I feel, and then your partner has to be open to receiving how you feel and say, they may not understand why you feel that way, but they have to be understanding of why you feel that way.
But that's the hardest part.
And that's the hard part.
Because the partner is going to always be on the defensive, like,
right.
Oh, so you saying this?
And I think, too, we're both stubborn to a certain extent sometimes. Like,
yeah. But
it's a different, it's different, but we're both stubborn. So when we get in these, and I think we've come a long way.
Yeah.
So with us being, stubborn and the communication was off, and then just kind of mending that together, and then counseling helped, as well with us, as well. So
counseling helped.
It helped.
It did not help.
It
didn't help at all.
Okay. Well, I thought it did.
When I think back,
but I think it was the communication. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the main thing. Yeah, we had to make sure that we learn how to communicate, understand how each other felt, even though we may not agree with the other feelings at that time. We still have to kind of push through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of times we don't agree, but agree to disagree.
Right.
All right, so I think we're done.
He's terrible. Terrible.
So we thank you guys for watching. Again, tell the people about the cars in case they want to try them out. Where they got them from?
I think these are cute. I got them from.
Right.
I went on the Skin Deep, theskindeep.com, I think it was. So thanks, Bookie. I like these. But the website on here says www.theand.us. So that's probably the link. Oh, but you can shop online at The Skin Deep. So that's THESKINDEEP.com. That's where I went. theskindeep.com. And they have different ones. It's for friendship, new couples, friends, family. I thought about getting the family one too to see and maybe doing something with the boys. But who knows? They probably wouldn't really.
This was for, you said long relationships?
Yeah, this is long term. The long term edition.
Long term edition.
Yeah. Okay. So I think, and it's 199 questions in here. So yeah, it's something that's kind of break the ice, and it might be something to do with other couples too.
Yeah, but I think it'd definitely be good to do with other couples.
Mm-hmm. But just to kind of test the water. So thanks, Spooky, for the thanks, Eric. Sorry for the the info. I know I'm terrible. I don't need to be calling him that, but that's my bookie.
Right. So we hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we thank you guys for watching. This is episode number 14. Keeping the Knot Tied podcast. Trying our best to keep the knot tied. So remember, of course, again, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. Please review, rate, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Share with your people. Facebook, Instagram. And you know what too?
Cause this was real fly, real quick. On Instagram, everybody's at home, and DJ D Nice, he's been having like the little parties, like the quarantine parties, like homeschool and stuff, which is pretty dope. So y'all should check him on Instagram, cause he be jamming, and he be having like a bunch of people in there. So
how are you giving him a shout out on our podcast?
Because it was dope. Like it was real dope how he was doing it. Sorry, I just wanted to say that because it was dope. I just wanted to say that real quick. Skirt. Okay, go ahead. But that's it. Yeah.
See you next week for episode 15.
It's a 14 now, though, right? Yeah, 14.
See you next week for episode 15.
That's right. Yeah, it's 14 now.
All right. Try to give me some skins. Good night.
Good night.
Or good morning. It might be some different time.
It might be morning,
whatever it
is.
It's
late right now.
We're gone. It's late here. We'll see you later. Bye bye.